Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got another NHL slate. We're going to be going over 7 games. We have 4 players we're looking at. And before we get into the video, before we get into the recap, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram, and we also have a Discord chat. If you want to join that, the link to that is in the description of the video down below. All right, and as always, leave your best bet in the NHL in the comment section below. All right, we went 1-3 yesterday. Not a great day in hockey. Hoping for a little bit better today. Columbus could not get the job done again. They score first, and then they can't score after that, and they lose another one to Nashville. Maybe Nashville is just a team that I just won't bet their games instead of just completely fading them. They're starting to pick it up a little bit more. I'm not betting on them still, but maybe it's just Columbus. I don't know. Philly in regulation, that was our only win yesterday as Carter Hart got the shutout versus Buffalo. New Jersey and Washington. This one hurt. It was 3-2 heading into the third period. I needed 1 goal in the third period to at least push. Nope, they're good. They're not going to score anything. And then, Chicago and Detroit. I couldn't have been more wrong with that under. It's finished 7-2. Patrick Kane got his 400th goal. Congrats to him. But yikes, 7-2. This Detroit team, they can't score, and you bet the unders hoping that they'll limit their opponents a little bit, but oh well. 1-3 yesterday. We're 110 and 106, so we're at 50.9% so far for the season. But let's get into today's video. We got 7 games we're going over, starting with the Kachuk Bowl, round 3. The Calgary Flames in Ottawa, minus 148 for the Flames, plus 134 for the Sens, over under of 6 goals for this matchup. Coming into this, these two teams are split their two matchups against each other. Both of those have gone to the over for the totals. It looks like we're getting David Rittich again versus Matt Murray. We don't know when Markstrom's going to be back. They really need Markstrom back. This game's going to be a pass for me. It's just not a game I'm going to have any action on. I would lean towards the Ottawa side if I had to. I like the value a little bit on that, but I'm just not going to try to. I'm not trying to take a stab at this game. There's other games on the card I like a lot better. So overall, between Calgary and Ottawa, I lean towards the over. I lean towards Ottawa, but overall, this is a pass for me. Next, we have the Carolina Hurricanes in Florida to take on the Panthers, minus 107, minus 103. The Panthers were a dog. They were, I think, a plus 110 dog earlier today. Now they're a minus 107, and Hurricanes minus 103. And I really like this line for the Hurricanes. We're getting really good line value now for Carolina at minus 103. I feel like this is an absolute steal here. This is actually a 5% play for me today. I really like Carolina to get the job done. I think they're the better team than Florida. I think Florida's going to start to not slow down necessarily, but I think Carolina's going to show them that they're one of the top teams in the league. So we're taking the Hurricanes here, minus 103. The Hurricanes are one of my favorite teams to bet on, as you guys can tell so far this season. And also, I think they're a Stanley Cup contender. They're my pick for the Stanley Cup, honestly. I think they're the most complete team in the NHL, only behind maybe Tampa Bay. But the only thing that really worries me is the goaltending, but James Reimer hasn't been terrible. So we'll see. I think the Hurricanes could make a lot of noise this year, and I really like them tonight versus Florida against Chris Driedger in Florida. Next, we have the Winnipeg Jets and the Vancouver Canucks. And secretly, this Winnipeg team is pretty freaking good. Minus 130 for the Jets, plus 118 for the Canucks. And these are two teams heading in the absolute opposite directions here. Vancouver 2-6-2 in their last 10 games. They're 8-14-2 so far this season, and they're dangerously close to being passed by the Senators. Give you an idea how that season's going for Vancouver. With Winnipeg, they're 13-6-1. they're not too far behind the leaders in the North, with Toronto and Edmonton right above them. This Winnipeg team, I feel like, could make some noise versus the Maple Leafs in that first round of the playoffs. Like, I think the Oilers are still the best team in this division, but this Jets team, they could be scary. They got some good scoring. Kyle Connors looked good. Mark Scheifele's a professional. He's so good. Connor Hellebuck is a hell of a goalie. Neil Pionk is a really good defenseman. Morrissey's looked really good this year so far too. And overall, I really like this Winnipeg team. So I'm taking the Jets tonight, minus 130. This is going to be a 4% play for me. I really like them as one of my best bets of the night. So we have the 5% on Carolina, we have 4% on Winnipeg, and we have 2 3% plays we're looking at from these last 4 games. Our next game here is Anaheim and St. Louis. This is minus 136 for the Blues, plus 123 for the Ducks, over under of 5.5 goals. It should be Jordan Binnington back in net, which is really he really hasn't looked good this year. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. They might get Tarasenko back today, though, which could be interesting. Now, for the matchup, and then they're going to be most likely going up against John Gibson from the Ducks. And I would definitely lean the under here, but I don't know if I can really bet that the way that the Blues played offense last game. But also, that was against a really bad defensive Sharks team. This is a totally different team. This is the Ducks. They play under games. And honestly, I feel like the Blues can play an under here as well. St. Louis has won both the matchups so far this year, and they've split 1 over, 1 under. This is going to be a pass for me. I lean towards the under because I see a little bit of value there at the minus 102 line rather than it being under 5.5, juiced minus 110, minus 120. And I lean towards the Ducks. Honestly, the Blues, if they lose tonight, they're getting in that category with like Dallas and Vancouver and Nashville of teams I like to fade right now. So I lean Ducks. I lean the under. I pass in this game though. All right, next we have the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Edmonton Oilers. This is a really good matchup. I love watching these two teams play. And it looks like we're going to get Mike Smith and Jack Campbell in net. We still don't know about Frederik Andersen. But Jack Campbell has looked really good in net so far. He shut out the Oilers the other day. But I don't think that happens again. This Oilers team is way too offensive driven and plays really good defense as well. But they really have really good scorers with McDavid, with Draisaitl, with Nugent Hopkins. Archibald's look decent. James Neal has not looked bad. Like, they're getting secondary scoring a little bit now, and that's what's really attributed to the success of this Edmonton Oilers team recently. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They've given me no reason really to bet against them, and we're getting them at a plus 100 line. I really like the Edmonton Oilers in this matchup. I think this is a really good matchup. I like them at home, and I like the way Mike Smith's been playing this year. Jack Campbell is not someone to sleep on, though, but I definitely like the under in this matchup, but I like the Oilers a little bit more. All right, next we have the Minnesota Wild on fire right now, taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Minus 136 for the Knights, plus 123 for the Wild. The Wild coming into this game, 6-4 in their last 10, but they're on a 6-game win streak, I believe. 5-game win streak. It looks like it'd probably be Cabo Kakinen, which Statlock they released on waivers today, picked up by Edmonton. Good pickup there for them. But and it's going to be Marc-Andre Fleury for the Vegas Golden Knights. And honestly, Fleury has looked like one of the best goalies in the NHL. Probably top 3 right now between Fleury, Grubauer, and maybe I don't even know another. Maybe Frederik Andersen, the way he was playing earlier. Connor Hellebuck is up there too. But Marc-Andre Fleury is looking like one of the best goalies in the NHL right now. And definitely that Robin Lehner injury has really opened up the door for him to just steal that starting role right away from Robin Lehner. He's played amazing. He shut out Colorado a couple games. And I can see him doing it again tonight versus Minnesota. I can definitely see a Marc-Andre Fleury performance here where they get the job done. I also like the under in this game. I love that it's a plus 108. for the under 5.5, but we're going with the Vegas Golden Knights here at -136. The reason why I like the under also is Vegas has gone under in their last 7 games, so just putting that out there. But I like the Knights here, -136 versus the Minnesota Wild. That is also a 3% play. All right, in our final game of the night, it is the Colorado Avalanche and the San Jose Sharks, -210 for the Sharks, +188, or -210 for the Avalanche, +188 for the Sharks. Over under 6 goals, and this is one of those games where that money line is just way too much. I'm not betting the Sharks against Colorado by any stretch of the imagination, but that would be the side I would lean. Is the value side, I think, is San Jose here. There's no way in hell I lay -210 for Colorado tonight, as good as they are. This game's going to be a pass for me. Usually I do pass on these games that are -200 totals, or I take a stab at the side. The -200 sides, and maybe sometimes take a stab at the total. But most of the time, those games are passes for me, just like this one is a pass between Colorado Avalanche and the San Jose Sharks. All right, let's quickly go over our plays for tonight. We're going with the Carolina Hurricanes. You get the job done against the Florida Panthers at -103. We have the Winnipeg Jets who take care of Vancouver tonight, -130 for them. We're looking for a bounce back from Edmonton versus Toronto. We got the +100 on that line. And then Vegas, -136 against a scorching hot Minnesota Wild team. I think they can get that job done tonight versus them. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. If this video is helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already. And turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at NHL Sports Bets. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. And let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the NHL tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.